We are back with another spectating video, and today we're taking a look at a platinum ranked game featuring Scarlet Witch that is being piloted by a viewer of mine named Jess Symphony, aka Jessie for short. A lot of Wanda players seem to dive enemy backlines and try to hunt down supports and squishies, but you'll see a very different style in this match that meshes well with the right team. Let's get started, you'll see what I mean. Okay, well, let's see what Jessie does right out of the gate here. So there's a Squirrel Girl up top, a Captain America. He throws a Z up there, takes away that space, but you notice he just sits right on the card. Right off the bat, he's not running up the side here. He's not trying to go chase them down. He's not trying to run through this building and go find supports. He's just staying with the team right on the payload here. You're gonna see a trend here. So right here, he just goes up in there, but he's just scouting. He's not dashing forward, really. He's just seeing what's happening. He's seeing who's up top. Pressures the Bucky a little bit, but goes right on back. And immediately he's helping the back line. There's me right there on Cloak and Dagger, but he's helping us out, and he's pressuring the Hulk, which is extra important on this map because the Hulk was around the corner, and the healers can't see him. So any pressure you can put on him will force him to run away. He's moving up a little bit because he's got both of his tanks in front of him, but still safe. And it's already paying off. So basically what happens when you play a team comp like this, where we've got like Punisher, Wanda, Magneto, Emma, these characters all kind of put constant pressure. Punisher shooting constantly, Emma shooting constantly, Wanda shooting constantly, and Magneto has, you know, fairly constant damage. So you're not just gonna like instantly kill someone like a Hela, but you're gonna work people down. You're gonna grind them down. So he's playing Wanda and he's sticking to the payload here, which is also healing him, of course. And he's just pressuring who other people on the team are also hitting. It's not rocket science here. He's literally just hitting what everyone else is hitting. But when you add all that up together, it leads to kills. So of course, this choke point, there's always a lot of back and forth. But Wanda here, Jessie gets the first kill, and it's just going to snowball from there. The Hulk still can't get back in, or Banner can't get back in Hulk form. Another kill for Jessie. Even when he has them on their back foot here, which he had a nice right click on the Squirrel Girl in the air, he's still not going to overcommit, see? He's still backing up, he's still playing smart, he's still staying in view of his supports. If he jumps on this side of the ambulance, I can't see him anymore, right? No more heals. So he's still playing safe, consistent, and it's just constant damage output. And they clean them all up. Easy. Now here, you just see him, that he just goes forward to get the kill, and immediately after the kill secured, he turns around and he's running back to the payload. This matters. You want, ideally, at least one person on the payload at all times for sure. But, I mean, if you have 2 or 3, it does move a little bit quicker. And this way, it makes it all the way to the end, and the enemy team has no time to contest it and make another fight here. They weren't anywhere close anyway. But you'll notice that Jessie's also very responsible about the payload and making sure there's at least one body on it at all times. Okay, so we've skipped ahead just very slightly here. Now the next fight is in the choke point here. The enemy Penny steps out, and he's obviously found his target. Wanda definitely wants to focus on a Penny and get rid of her if possible, because Penny's right click can immediately stop Wanda's ult, of course, right? So he focuses on the Penny, who's drastically out of position. And now that Penny's gone, Wanda can ult. The enemy team doesn't have too many ways to interrupt it. The only other thing they would have is basically a Luna freeze. So he ults to get around the corner, right? Doesn't kill anybody, but there's an important thing that just happened here. If we just go back slightly and just look at it from outside view, you'll notice that the enemy team's Bucky is going to ult in on Jessie's team, on my team, right? So the Bucky, or there he is, sorry, he's over there, mixed in with our team, and the Wanda basically split the enemy team in half. The enemy team can't come and help the Bucky with his ult. They need to back up or they're dead. And it just clears them away from this choke point. So it's a win-win for our team. Penny's already dead, can't interrupt the Wanda. Wanda clears out this choke point at the same time as Bucky wastes his ult in the backline because he can't get any help from anyone else. Okay, so we're going ahead a little bit. The enemy team's getting run down. They're getting chased. And again, just as the final kill gets killed there, final person gets KO'd, Jesse turns around immediately, looks at the payload, sees that there's two people on it. That's good enough. Clears out the penny nests, nice and safe. You'll see so far that like he hasn't gone anywhere near the enemy backline. He doesn't need to. With a team like this, he can just play smart and safe and stick with the team, and it's adding up. It's working. There's no reason to try and, you know, become a gangster and go back in the backline and kill a Luna or a Bucky or something. Doesn't need to do that here. So you're gonna see Mordekaiser. Magneto uses ultimate. The enemy Luna's ulting. Bucky gets scared that he's gonna die, and he just gets run down here right away by the Wanda. I have no idea what the Bucky's doing. He didn't need to go that way, but not a smart play. And again, more just easy cleanup. Okay, so the team captures the second point. Now I want to see, Wanda just got her ult again here, and the enemy Penny just ulted. So a good Wanda player will know, wait a second, I can ultimate as well right now, and Penny cannot right-click me and stop me. She can't use any of those while she's ulting. And you just kill the Penny. So basically you're trading ult for ult, and in most cases a 6v5 is a winning team fight, especially if you can get rid of a tank. So basically no need to go make some big 4-man ult play or anything like that. Jesse just uses his ult, kills the enemy tank, the team gets to move up for free. Now on these rundowns you'll see Wanda pretty much always has people in front of her. She's letting the tanks tank, and she's just kind of standing a few feet behind them or with them and playing it safe and smart. And you're gonna see here another simple play. The Rocket uses his ult. It's kind of in a bad spot. He should have had it just slightly around the corner, but the enemy Rocket uses the ult, and immediately he's on the ultimate, killing it with the rest of the team. Look how fast it dies. We don't have any big bursts. We didn't use any ult to kill it. It's just everyone working together. Emma, Magneto, Wanda, Punisher, and killing it immediately. Now here, he gets a great pick on the Squirrel Girl. He's finally using some aggression. We definitely had the advantage in the fight. He came from an angle. This is a great building for Wanda, of course. She can float up and down, and there's just a lot of places to hide. It's a great angle for Wanda. And basically, I mean, round's over. This was just a clean sweep. The enemy team had no answer to anything. And a big reason for that is because our team didn't take risks, and the Wanda didn't take any big risks, and they didn't need to. And I think that's okay. I feel like a lot of players still think that, you know, they need to, oh, I'm playing a duelist, I need to make the big plays. You see people all the time trying to make the big plays. But it's definitely not something that is required. You don't need to do that. Just play smart, play safe, play consistent, and you're going to carry yourself all the way up to Grandmaster, no problem, just by doing that. Okay, so I've skipped ahead. We're on defense now. I'll just go back slightly. But let's see what the Wanda's doing on defense. So it's the same sort of thing, playing with the tanks, this like holy trinity here, this group, and just pressuring whatever's in front. If I had to describe this strategy of what's going on here, it's the Wanda's working from the front to the back. Usually a lot of Wandas will go to the back and try and kill people and then come back towards their team. This Wanda's sitting with the team and working towards the enemy. Whatever's in front of her, she's hitting, and the rest of the team's hitting. And basically, if the enemy team doesn't keep those heals up, they're dead. So there's kind of another thing to kind of look at here. If we look at it from above, I call it like a leashing system in a way. We'll just go back slightly. But it's like Wanda's leash to the tanks. And as they move up, she'll move up. And as they move back, she'll move back. This is how I play support as well. You see she goes up and she turns the corner and becomes more aggressive because our Emma Frost player became more aggressive. But as soon as that's over, Wanda's back. She's using her shift ability defensively. You've seen her use it once offensively, like the whole game, right? So Jesse's basically holding shift in case he needs to get out of trouble. He's not using shift to get himself into trouble. He's only used it like once on the Squirrel Girl there on offense. So now here he's still backing up, playing with the team, trying to get as much value as they can out of this. even though the enemy team clearly had killed the Emma and now they get to push a little bit. But it leads to another kill there. And now, I mean, I'm not just gonna, glaze him the whole time, but here's an ultimate I wasn't quite sure why it was used at that time. It's a great spot to use the ultimate. This choke point, the enemies get close. There's quite a bit of cover and stuff like that. He actually used it before before the Luna Snow used her ult. I thought maybe it was a counter to the Luna, because Luna can interrupt the ult with a right click. And also, it's obviously good if you can ult and kill a Luna that is ulting, right? But Jesse used the ult first, and it's not in the greatest spot. But what he was thinking, I think anyway, is because our Punisher cracked the ult. Okay? It was a little hard to hear because I was yapping, but our Punisher ulted, and that's when Jesse then ulted. And it's kind of feeding into the pure chaos of a Wanda ult. And just, the difference between a successful one and a not successful one. In this case, it got completely blocked by Magneto. It did 0 damage, but it opened the door a little bit for the Punisher, and he actually got a pick, and now here we are, again, pushing the enemy team back. So instead of the enemy team getting to come around this corner with the Luna ult and push into us, we got to push them back, yet again, into an unfavorable choke point. He uses his shift again to get out of trouble, dodges the Jeff ult, immediately kills the Jeff, kills the Squirrel Girl ult. That's one thing that Jesse's really good about is the consistency, like I've said 10 different times. He'll stay on the payload, he'll push the payload, he'll kill the right ultimates, he'll kill the Squirrel Girl ults. It's not hard to do. You just play slow and consistent and be smart. So Jesse dies here. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. The enemy team is making their push. Little side note, you see a lot of people bitching and that Squirrel Girl should be nerfed. Her ultimate's terrible if you actually have a brain and just kill it. But a lot of people just don't want to do it. I don't know, they refuse. But anyway, back to Jesse here in Wanda. You're going to see another Wanda ult coming up. The enemy team, what's on the clock here? They still have a 1 minute, 20 seconds. But what you're going to see is Punisher is ulting here. He's cracking his ult. So again, Wanda's using her ult. Now, Punisher gets all the kills, but the enemy team now has to worry about a Punisher that's going to mow them down or a Wanda that's going to blow them up instantly. The two in combination works quite well. The Magneto was sitting there holding up his shield to block the Wanda ult. Well, okay, that means you can't block the Punisher shooting other people, stuff like that, right? So they work pretty good in unison. And just some closing thoughts on this game. It's pretty much over. The enemies, they can't get another push. But this game wasn't a hard match, and I think that's because of the consistent play. This is how players can rank up quickly, by doing the little things, following the cart, staying with the team, killing onks, Squirrel Girl ults, Rocket ults. You got to know who can interrupt your ult. Do they have it up? Are they alive? Who can cause your team problems or is causing your team problems? Wanda's very good at fixing those problems. She can help out if people are diving your team or whatever it is. They have a lot of flying characters. The game isn't always about big, flashy kills and team wipes. Teamwork's, believe it or not, in a team game, teamwork can win games very quickly. In this case, the team did play very well overall, but that includes Jesse not going for any big dumb ults or solo kills. I think people that are hitting tanks and working from the front to back, a lot of people think that that's a bad thing. But with multiple pressure characters on the team, like I said, Wanda, Punisher, Emma, Magneto, it leads to quick kills. It worked very well. Jesse had an MVP game here. It definitely, was deserved. And I think as well, just keep in mind, a lot of people are bitching these days about Spider-Man, Black Panther. They are annoying as fuck to play against. But consider Scarlet Witch as a counter to that. She can, do really well against a magic Spider-Man, Black Panther, whatever it is. She can help the team a lot, and she can frustrate the enemy divers instead. And if you're a good Wanda, you're going to have your head on a swivel, you're going to know what's going on, and you're going to help your team and respond to that. So overall, it was a great game. We had a few good examples of just consistent play here. It looks like a stomp on paper. It was a stomp in the game. And I highlighted the reasons why. Hopefully some kind of, aspiring Wanda players can take something from this game and learn from it. I am streaming daily on Twitch at Silva66. Stop by if you want me to review any of your gameplay or just take a look. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, everybody.